Welcome back guys to my brand new tutorial. In today's video we're going to learn everything about the Django REST framework in only 10 minutes using Django and Python. Alright, so we have a limited time, so let's start right away. So the first thing we want to do is actually create a new project. So I want you to do it yourself since we have a limited time and I don't want to waste that time on making a project. So we'll have a video about that in the top right corner. You can click it. And now once you do that, let's start actually building the APIs. So the first thing we want to do is actually pip install that Django REST framework. So pip install Django REST framework. Alright, I spelled it correctly, I think. So yeah, once it's installed, now we should go to our settings.py and right here just put our main app first and also that REST framework. So that's by doing REST underscore framework. Alright, just like that. And once we save this, now we should actually push migrations. So right here, let's just type Python manage.py and then migrate. And once it's all migrated, now we can actually start building the APIs. So the first thing we want to do is actually create a new database model. So in this model we just store a name and also age of the dogs. So right here let's just create a new class called dog, and for the brackets you just want to type models.model. And right here for the fields of this dog class we just want to do is name, and it should be equal to models.character field. And for the max length I'm good with 20 characters. And for the age, we'll do the models.integer field, just like that. And for the brackets, we don't need anything inside of them. So right here, once we created a new model, now we need to make migrations. And also we need to push them back to the database so the changes are actually applied. So right here, you should see this plus created model dog, and then once you push the migrations, you should see this right here. Alright, so now once we created our model database, now we actually need to serialize it. Now what this means, so why we need that serializers.py file? We need it so we can actually convert this data from the Django database, this Django database model, to actually JSON data. And we need it because Django APIs can only read JSON data. So that's why we need to actually convert this dog class to actually JSON data in our serializers.py. And we don't actually have it pre-installed in this project, so we need to create it. So serializers.py, just like that. And the two things we need to import are from REST framework import serializers, and the second thing is from .models import our dog model. So to serialize data, it's really simple. You just want to do class and then the name of the class. You want to usually call it the dog, so the class you called it inside of the models, and then just type serializer. So just like that. And instead of the brackets, you need to put serializers.model serializer. Just like that, and that's just going to serialize our model called dog once we put it inside of here. So you just want to type class meta right here, put model to be equal to dog, and the fields you want to actually serialize, fields is going to be equal to all, like this. This just means we're going to serialize or convert this model called dog to the JSON data, and the fields we're going to convert is every single field we have. So the name field, age field, and also ID field. You can also, if you don't want to include all of your fields, you can use this curly brackets, or sorry, squarely brackets, and put the names of the fields you want to convert manually. So name, age, and this won't include the ID field, but I usually like to do it, so let's just type it right here. Alright, so once we save this file, now we can go to our views and actually create the functionality to view, create new dogs and other stuff really. So yeah, that's what we are going to do right now. Alright, so let's start with import. So the first thing we want to import is from our models, import our dog model, and also we need to from REST framework import generics so we can actually use it in our views to actually display that data inside of our actual website really. And the next thing is the last thing is from serializers to import our dog serializer to actually convert that data to JSON. So right here, we're just going to create a new class-based view, and we're just going to call it dogs. And what is this view going to do is actually return a list of all of our dogs in our database, and also add a ability to create new dogs. So right here, let's just type generics dot a list create API view. We can also do only list API view, and it will only retrieve a list of all of our models instances, but I always like to also do the create one in the same URL. So right here, once we created that, we need to actually display the data we want to actually serialize and display on our website. So right here, let's just type serializer class will be equal to our dog serializer, and we actually need a query set field to actually loop through all of our models instances in our dog class. So right here, as the query set, we're just going to do is dog.objects.all. So this is going to loop through all of our dogs. And right here, this is everything we have. So using these 3 lines of code, we actually made a functionality to see all of our dogs and also create new ones. So we can actually check that by doing by going inside of our URLs first. And for the path, you just want to type right here dogs.asView and the brackets also. And I'm just going to put dogs right here. Alright. So now we can go to our browser, and we also need to run the server, so let's just do it right here. So Python manage.py and then run server. Alright, just like that. And now once we run our server, now we can go to this URL to actually see it. So as you can see, this Django REST comes with the pre-built UI for our website. So we don't need to build anything. We already have this UI pre-built, which if you ask me, it really looks good. And now we have this HTML form and raw data. So what this means, this just means when we want to post the data to our API or create new model instances, that's by doing this right here. So we can create a new name. Let's call a new dog Ricky. Alright, just like that, and we'll put it for the age 10 years, so a really old dog. So we can see right here that this dog is actually created right here, and if we get right here, we can see all of our dogs. We only have one right now, but let's add another one. Let's call this one Bob, and put him as 1 year old. So right here we just see that the HTTP method is 201, which means created. And also when we try to get the URL, get this data again, now we can see 2 of our dogs displayed right here. Alright, so we saw how to get all of our database instances and also how to create new ones, but now we also want to see how to get specific database instances. So right here, we're just going to create a new class, and let's call them OneDog. Alright, and for the generics, we're just going to type retrieve update destroy API view. Now what it means, so retrieve is getting a specific database instance. So for example, we can get it by the ID, name, age, whatever field you want to use. The update just updates the actual data, and the destroy deletes the database instance. So right here for the fields, it really will look the same. So serializer class, we're going to use the same dog serializer class. And for the query set, also put dog.objects.all. And you're wondering, how can you put all of the database objects if you want to update them and also delete them and also retrieve specific ones? That's because we also need a lookup field for actually checking what dog the user typed in the URL. So right here, let's just type name right here. Alright. And for the URLs, we need to create a new URL for this actual view class. So right here, let's call it dog/str and then put name right here. So this name reference to this name right here. and for the dogs it's not called dog, it's one dog, and also put it right here, one dog. And that's it, we have everything. Now we can check it inside of our browser. So let's put dog slash let's put Ricky right here. Alright, let's say he aged 1 year, so we can put this data and we see it's accepted and it says that it is 200 okay. And if we try to get it, we see we actually get it right here. We can also get the Bob one right here, and yeah, we can update his age. Let's say he aged 7 years or 6 years, and we see it's updated correctly. And let's just create another dog to actually delete him right away. So deleted dog, let's call it like this, and let's put 99 years old. So now we can go to that dog, so slash dog slash deleted dog, just like that. And now we can click delete right here, and they're asking are we sure to delete them, and we are, and that's it, HTTP with the 204 HTTP request. And if we again try to go to our index page, try to get it, we don't see it anymore. If you like this video, make sure to check out the pinned comment of this video. I made a free PDF guide on how to help you pass the beginner stage and escape the tutorial hell. And also, I have got another great video right here on screen. Make sure to check it out, and I'll see you in that one.